So the other day, my dad was outside doing some maintenance to the chicken one, and he saw this. It's the start of fall, and the snake was hanging out in the old shed. Let me show you. Yep, it was hanging out right there. Right next to the pool, too. Good place for any canebrake to hang out. Now, if the average person found a rattlesnake near their shed, they would freak out. My guess is they would locate the nearest shovel to dispatch the snake. That way they can protect their wives, kids, pets, and neighbors. And that's noble if you think about it. However, it's actually making matters worse for everybody. Every creature has their place under the sun, or in the ground, wherever they may be. And every time you take one of those creatures out, an imbalance happens. Now, don't get me wrong, in our environment there's a lot of imbalances happening, but killing snakes is making it worse. And I'll tell you why. Think about if you wipe out all the snakes in your area. You just go out there and you're brutally hunting them and knocking them down. What happens is the rodent population is going to go up. Why? There's less predators feeding on them. Now you might think, what about the owls? The owls are still hunting them. And that's true. Owls are hunting from a viewpoint where they're looking down. Snakes, however, they're in the same areas where the rodents are. Some snake species are ambush predators and other snakes are actively going to hunt them. That means they're going where the rodents live. So let's get back to wiping out all the snakes. They're all gone. The rodent population goes up. You know what else goes up? The tick population. Now you have a lot of ticks, and now you have a lot of rodents, and you might have some Lyme disease floating around, or other diseases that ticks can pass on to you and your family. And that's really the point, is you're killing an animal that's indirectly helping you. Now let me show you what we do when we find a dangerous snake in the yard. So you know what the average person does when they see a snake by their old shed? But not in this family. I'll show you what we do. And you know what? You might be able to do the same thing too, if you're careful. Just be careful with it. Or call a professional. Canebrake rattlesnake here, and we have a bucket that we're using as the hot box. So my dad's going to gently put the snake in the bucket. So we're taking this canebrake to the back part of the property where there's a nice creek that runs down it. And canebrakes in Florida like nice wet areas. So this is perfect. This is where this snake came from anyway. So we're back by the creek, and there's a nice bay swamp that follows the whole creek, and definitely there's canebrake rattlesnakes and other snakes traveling this creek. So this is really the perfect place. Actually, I see a really great place to put it.
Way to put it like right here?
Yeah. So we'll put it right here. There's a fallen tree. It's been down for a while, but there's a lot of holes and cavities right here. So this is the perfect place for it to spend the rest of the fall. If it wants to, there's a lot of other habitat for it to come back up.
Need you to go the other way though, not towards me. There you go.
And she's rattling. She's looking for where she wants to go.
I see a hole right there, so if I were to go into, it would be my guess anyway.
And that's where she wants to be for now. If you're wondering why they call them canebrakes in the lowland and then up in the mountains timber rattlesnakes, let me show you. Here you go. We got native bamboo. These grew all over the place, and they still grow in a lot of places, but this is why they got their name in this area called canebrakes. There's quite a bit of it in this area. Come on, Piper, get out of there. Okay, that's the perfect spot for this canebrake. If she wants to move, I'm sure she will later. But back in perfect habitat. They love it.